International actors. Collective efforts are the primary means by which people achieve security, economic welfare, and common identity. Throughout history, humanity has recognized that a pooling of resources and energy is generally the most efficient way for individuals or groups to fulfill their wants and needs. In other words, the weak eye becomes the strong. We aid the expression of this collective effort, whether on the local, tribal, state, or international level, will vary depending on the importance of the issue and the time available for its resolution. In this book, therefore, we emphasize the following actors in terms of international relations and world politics: 1. States; 2. International organizations; 3. Non-governmental organizations; and 4. Individuals. 1. States. As is evident throughout this book, much of our discussion revolves around states. When it comes to international relations, states dominate conventional discourse. Non-governmental moves such as insurgents and terrorist groups may attack particular states, but very often their goal is seeking to take over the reins of power in an exciting state or create a new state. Even if broad-based political, cultural, religious movements transcend state borders and political military entity is needed to carry out of the international agency. Finally, in those areas of the world bounded by overpopulation, environmental degradation, and mass migration, states are expected to lead in developing and implementing policies to deal with these problems. International organizations. Second, states are not the only approach to view international relations, particularly in the current era of globalization in which separate are not single state, can hope to be sole agent of collective action to solve global problems. International organizations, also known as intergovernmental organizations or EGOs, play a role. EOs can be bilateral between two states, as in the USA, Canada, North American Aerospace Defense Command, but most are multilateral because there of more states are members. Non-governmental organizations. The third. As noted earlier, in recent years there have been veritable explosions in the number of non-governmental organizations (NGOs), and the term suggests. NGOs are composed of private, non-state international actors that cut across national boundaries. In this regard, we identify four categories of NGOs of interest and importance to use in the study of international relations and world politics. Private sector economic organizations. Although some writers reserve the term NGOs of non-profit organizations, we appeal in the all non-governmental organizations, including multinational corporations, most of which are private sector and those non-governmental organizations. Transnational NGOs. Or would you rather work in non-profit transnational NGO with explicit political, economic, or social agendas, such as Amnesty International, Greenpeace, and religious organizations whose diverse memberships and global perspectives make it difficult to associate them with any one particular state? Though such organizations do attempt to influence world politics by lobbying in states and influencing state-sponsored meetings. Humanitarian non-governmental organizations. Humanitarian non-governmental organizations attempt to avoid overtly political roles. The best example are humanitarian relief organizations such as Doctors Without Borders and myriad of transnational programs in Africa and Asia that seek to improve the quality of life on the poor. Non-state armed groups. Terrorifics often claims to represent a border constituency, whereas transnational criminal organizations prefer to focus on their narrow economic agendas, becoming involved in politics only when the pursuit of their ill-gotten gains is entrenched. Individuals. Our focus has been on the third broad categories of organization in international relations. But what about the average human being? Individuals certainly make a difference.